how to love after a loss. We've all been through things where we've felt a loss of something or someone. Maybe it's a person who you've loved for a long time, maybe a family member, a spouse, significant other, a job, a dream. When you go through a big loss, it takes its toll on you. And there are 4 S's that I have to share with you today that can help you recover from that loss and learn to love again. Learn to be open and available for the beautiful things that are out there that could serve you. So if you're grieving, if you've had a big loss in your life and you want to learn how to make yourself new again so you can open yourself up for the beautiful things that life has to offer, stick around, get a pen and paper, and get ready to take some notes. First, will you check and see if you're a subscriber here? And if not, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the little bell so that you get notifications when we drop videos like this to really help take care of you so you can live the best life possible.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
There are some major losses I've been through in my life. So if you're sitting there feeling that, the newness, the raw feelings of loss, please know that my heart goes out to you and I'm with you. I understand what it feels like. Losing a family member, a loved one, a spouse, through different ways. I get it. Our lives aren't the same, but a loss is a loss. Sometimes I'll see people post on social media that they've lost a beloved pet. And I've heard other people say, gosh, I know she's sad, but it was just a dog or it was just a cat. Your loss is significant. So that's the first thing that I'd like to say, and that's not one of the S's. I told you I was going to share 4 S's with you, but significance, maybe it's a 5th one. Your feelings matter, and the loss that you're experiencing is significant regardless of what anyone else thinks. So first of all, make sure that you're letting yourself know and that you're believing that you have a perfect right to the feelings that you have right now, and that there is a way to grow through this instead of just going through this. We shouldn't just go through life, we should grow through life, and loss is a part of life. So as I suggested a minute ago, I hope that you have something to take notes with. If you don't, you can open up the comments section here and use that as your digital notepad. Make sure that you add this video to your liked videos by giving it a thumbs up so that you can just go back in there and find it that way if you want to review those notes again. All right, number 1. Start small. It's your first S, is small. Start small, but start. A lot of times when we go through loss, we don't want to start. We want to sit there. We are having a hard time recovering. Maybe we're in shock. There are different stages of grief, but at some point you just have to start. I remember when I went through a loss in recent years, I felt a numbness, and though it has gone away, there was a momentary, or it was longer than a moment, but just inability to make sense of the situation with my feelings and think of a way to really move ahead and move forward in my life that made sense. This happens to a lot of us when we go through tragedies. If there's a major tragedy in your town, a crime spree or something like this, a lot of times it changes the way that we think about the world. And when you go through a loss, it changes the way that you think about the world. So if you have undergone the loss of a spouse, either through divorce or death or, anything, it may take you a while to be able to open back up to other relationships. So start small. Explore with some friendships, maybe in a special interest group, something like that. But just allow yourself to start small. But especially on the days that you don't feel like getting into action and starting, make yourself do it. Say, okay, ideally I might do this big thing, but I just don't have it in me. So this much is going to be enough for me today. This much is going to do it for me today. And be okay with that. Even a tiny step forward is a step forward. So small steps. Start there. Number 2, self-care. You have got to be making sure that your bases are covered here, and I'm talking about sleep. A lot of times when we've gone through a loss, that's when, temporary insomnia kicks in and we start diving into different things that we think feel good that aren't actually good for us, like binging on TV or food or social media or whatever, and we're really neglecting ourselves. So make sure that you are feeding your body, mind, and spirit. You're getting the rest that you need, the hydration that you need. Water is very, very important. Exercise, especially when you don't feel like it. Like I said, start small. Get up and go do something, a short walk, something like that. But make sure that you are pouring into your self-care. And if you don't understand what self-care is, or if you don't know how to do it, just look right here on this channel. We've got several different videos explaining what is self-care, how can you do it in a way that's meaningful for you. Number 3, lean on your support system. Far too many people go through losses and they don't want to burden other people with them. Let me tell you something. You can ask any of my friends or my family members. If they are going through something and they don't ask me for help, I will be insulted. I mean, honestly, because I'm part of their community and I love them and I love you, and it's why we're here right now. So understand that you have a support system. If you need me to be part of that support system, look in the comments section here. You can get my contact information. Literally, shoot me an email, schedule a call. We can be together and talk through this, and I can help you. But you have to reach out and allow your support system to support you. Just the other day, I sent a gift to one of our coaches, Coach Sean, and she hadn't mentioned that she got it yet. But I asked her, I said, hey, did the box arrive for you? And she said, no, not yet. What do you mean box? And I said, well, I sent you a gift. And she said, oh, you didn't have to do that. And I said, well, of course I didn't have to do it, but accept it because it makes me feel good to give this to you. And she was like, okay. I said, don't deprive me of the opportunity to send you a surprise. Why? Just because. Why? Because I can. Because I want to. Because I like giving gifts. Okay? So that was just an exchange between me and Coach Sean. But I said, look, I'm part of your support system. Was she going through a great loss? No, I was just sending it to be sweet because I appreciate her and everything that she does for us and for you, for our other clients. But allow the people who are part of your support system to support you. When you push them away, they start to learn from that behavior of yours to separate and be farther away, and you need them. We are creatures for community, and you have to use that community. So go back to what I said at the very beginning before we started these S's of start small, self-care, and pour into your support system. Your feelings, what you're going through, are significant. Now, you might want to go back and watch the video that I did in this past summer of 22 about emotional dumping. Don't be an emotional dumper, but allow your support system to support you. Emotional dumping means that you're just like spewing and venting with no real point of getting better. You don't have a purpose or a growth point in the venting. So venting is not good for you. Don't do that. But if you can share for the purpose of other people's perspectives or experience in helping you move forward, then that is super, super healthy. And that is how you can use your support system. And number 4, evaluate what baggage you're bringing along with you from the situation that you've lost. The person, the job, the whatever, the home, the whatever. What belongs to you and what doesn't belong to you, because this S is start, and you need a fresh start. So literally sit down. I've always got paper and pen all around me. There's another pen right there. I always have journaling supplies ready. Journaling is the healthiest way for you to have a conversation with yourself. So have a conversation with yourself about, what baggage from this situation that you're saying goodbye to, or this person or whatever that you're saying goodbye to, what is yours to carry with you and what's not yours. A really good example of this, if the point's not quite making sense to you, because I understand this one's kind of an obscure one, is a lot of times if someone is left in a relationship, if they were married or had a significant other and the significant other divorced them or did the leaving, disappeared or whatever, the person may accept more of the blame for the situation than really belongs to them. So only take forward what belongs to you. I remember when my mom passed away, there were a few moments, not many, because I realized she had cancer. There was a lot going on. It didn't have to do with me, other than she's my mother. But her death didn't have anything to do with me. I couldn't have saved her. But there were several questions I asked. Oh, if only I would have been there at this point, or if only this, or if don't do that. Don't do that. That is me trying to take somebody else's responsibility on myself, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy for me, and it's not healthy for you. So journal, what does belong to me? What is the truth here? What is my responsibility? If there is fault to be placed, how could I have done things differently to inform different actions moving forward? Don't just find the fault so you can beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up, please. No, let's go back to self-care. We need to be loving ourselves. Recognizing the significance of our feelings. But if you are finding your fault solely for the purpose of educating yourself so that you can make different or better informed decisions moving forward, there, we've got it. Those are the 4 S's to help you overcome loss so you can love again. If this was any help to you, please do give me that thumbs up. And don't forget, before you go, subscribe and click the bell so you'll learn when we drop videos like this to help you live a happier life.